Yum, yum, yum. Yeah? Hello. It's actually 8:20 on Tuesday. So yesterday, oh wow. Yesterday, Monday, was a little bit of hot garbage. So I trained upper in the morning. My whooping cough vaccine site is still incredibly sore, like incredibly sore. My sleep was shit. My sleep was shit last night as well, but my sleep was shit. It wasn't the best. Then I went into work. That was just pure, I don't even know where to start. There's so many ongoing incidents at the minute that it was just frazzling. I had a hospital phone appointment at 4 p.m, which never happened because they didn't call me. And then I drove for 3.5 hours to visit my best friend in Brighton and stay there for the night. I've just returned from the opposite of hot garbage day with my best friend Laura. I didn't realise how much I needed that. You don't, do you, until you're in it. But we spent the evening last night catching up. We spent this morning having breakfast together, playing with her daughter Romy, and just being in that environment, which I've just missed her so much. We went shopping, we got coffee, we had lunch together, we did some more shopping, and it was just everything that I needed, especially ahead of the week that I've got this week. So tomorrow I start my SIBO prep again for a SIBO test on Thursday. My mum's going on holiday, which means that I will pick up more caring responsibilities for my dad. My dad's got hospital appointments. Andy's going away to the Super Bowl. I'm going to look at a nursery. It's just going to be a lot. I've just driven for 3.5 hours, and if I don't go in soon, I'm going to piss myself. Yes, I did take my pregnancy pillow with me because I don't know what life is like without that now. Like, I didn't want to take the risk of not being able to sleep. Didn't sleep anyway, but I don't think that was down to my pregnancy pillow. But yeah, it's been a lovely day. And as much as I'm so glad to get back to Andy and Maggie, I just think this week and next week are going to be tough. But we put on a smile and do it anyway. Oh, God. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday and I have already had a mental breakdown and had a cry today. I am currently preparing for my SIBO test and have been since 8:30. I went and did a bit of cardio before then and made sure that I ate something that I enjoyed and got me some protein in prior to starting to prepare for the SIBO test tomorrow from 8:30 this morning. I'm currently eating like 2 white potatoes, some cheese and tuna, which actually isn't too bad. I hate preparing for these. Hate it. But today has just been people complicating things and not having realistic expectations. The house that we want to buy going back on the market, our house not having any interest in it. Andy's fucked his knee running, so he's not happy about that, understandably, because half marathon's coming up. I feel like shit today. I'm so tired and just feel really, really sick, which is not ideal. It's just not my fucking day. Not my day. I don't know it's only work, I don't know it's only like small things, but they all man up, don't they? Oh. So yeah, today ain't a great day, my dudes. Not even a little bit. I think this might actually be the most sad meal I've made for myself. It's just chicken and mashed potato, but the deadest. I think this might be the saddest meal of the day. It's 2 eggs that I've just microwaved and put a little bit of cheese in. Oh God, I hate doing this, but hopefully it leads to a better outcome. I'm just very over this week. And it's Wednesday. And thus concludes my awful meals today. God. I can't work this one out. Guess who's back? Back again. Round 3, is it? I don't know, but I'm over it. Right, good morning. It's Thursday and we are back home after a check-in and my SIBO test. I'll go through check-in first. Check-in, I haven't had any feedback from Amy yet, but I am 87 point something, and last week I was 89.05, so don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'm burning through more calories, but to be honest, there's plenty of body fat there for it to run through, for me to just stick at the calories that I'm on. It's not something that I'm particularly worried about right now. And also after a day like yesterday of eating probably less volume than I normally would, we'll just run with that. But I'll await some feedback on that. SIBO test. So my initial reading before I had even taken the solution of lactulose was 42, and the lady that was undertaking my test went, bloody hell. Yeah, bloody hell. So that indicates that my baseline methane in my breath is high. I think they were looking for around 2 or 3. The hydrogen in my breath was around 3 as a baseline. My methane was 42. And throughout the test, what they were looking for a positive test was for my readings to increase by 12 in a sitting. And I think we got all the way to 110. So over double. So I fully anticipate receiving a letter to say that I have methane SIBO, which we knew. So yeah, after all the shit things that have gone on this week, I'm feeling quite positive about that. And I'm back at work now and just celebrating with hot cross buns because it's hot cross bun season. And if you're not on prep and you haven't had the Sainsbury's Taste the Difference lemon and white chocolate or the salted caramel chocolate ones, what are you waiting for? Good morning, it's Saturday. I'm actually sat watching The Irish Traitors and I've had to put subtitles on because when they start talking fast, man, whoa. Whoa. I have had a relatively slow start to Saturday. Look at the size of my tits. I'm not being weird. What the fuck? I am struggling with like bras now. I bought some size 12 CD and then DE bras from M&S when I first got pregnant because my nipples were so sore I couldn't wear even a sports bra. I needed a little bit of something more. And yeah, I think CD is done with. So we're going to move on to DE and see how that goes. But enough about my boobs. So the morning has been quite chill. It's a rest day. I would have actually quite liked to train today, but Andy's train was very early this morning and I wanted to spend as much time with him as possible. And then so I dropped him off at the train station about 8:15. So he's off to Leamington Spa for the weekend to celebrate the Super Bowl and watch the Super Bowl with his friends. So he's off doing that. He won't be back until Tuesday. So it's girls' weekend for me and Maggie, who is in a foul mood. She's just disrupted all of the cushions. Maggie. Oh, okay. You go back to sleep then, sorry. She's been really grumpy today. I want to take her out for a walk, and I will do in a little bit, but I just want the weather to, one, dry out a little bit, and two, it get a little bit quieter, because she's still in season, for fuck's sake. She's still in season, so I'll wait a little bit longer, and then we'll go out in a bit, yeah? When there's less doggies around. But what I was going to do this morning was I picked up my dad about 10 o'clock to go to like a second-hand baby, toddler equipment, toy, clothing fair. See whether there was anything decent that we could pick up. I helped get my dad like final bits ready before leaving the house. And I was like, do you know what? If it's shit, because he wasn't feeling particularly well. I was like, if it's shit, I'll run in quick, decide whether it's shit, and then we'll just go and do a bit of shopping and go home. Like, we don't have to go. When we got there was a queue around the block in the rain. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just not that desperate for secondhand goods. I can get them probably cheaper on Facebook Market or Vinted. So we swung the car around, went and did a food shop, went back to Dad's. I put some aqueous cream on his legs because he's got an eczema flare up at the minute and he's not quite able to get it himself. Made him some lunch. We had a peek and plat together. Put the world to rights, listened to some music. I did some washing up for him. Put all his shopping away. And now I'm back and I've just eaten something and I'm just chilling before I start a bit of a glow up afternoon, which I desperately need. I'm going to put some Olaplex Zero in and maybe 3. Yeah, I'll do a bit of 3. And then I'm going to have a little afternoon to just do nails, do my hair and try and make myself feel nice because I'm starting to feel normal. I'm starting to feel normal. Some days I forget I'm pregnant until I feel her move a little bit and then I'm like, oh yeah. Or I see myself because I'm starting to feel that normal. Did we think we'd get here? Because I didn't. Genuinely, slightly worried about that. It's going to be a slow Saturday afternoon. I'm just overdue one. I'm just overdue a bit of girl time on my own. I love my husband to death. I'm actually more obsessed with him than ever before, like ever right now. But it is quite nice to just have the afternoon to yourself. Good morning. It's Sunday and I've just been in trained legs and do you know what? It was delicious. It felt so good and like no 120 kilos on the leg press isn't where I would love to be training right now, but it happened today and it looked a little bit like this. Getting out of that thing is not the sexiest anymore, but it's not about that. But it was a really good session. I felt strong, I felt able to move. I did a little bit of work afterwards just on the ball, like on an exercise ball, just rolling my hips around. I'm gonna get one of those for my yoga sessions coming up at the end of the month. But did a little bit of hugging the baby and a couple of like preggy safe ab workouts as well. So I feel quite accomplished today. So I thought I'd treat myself to go into M&S to grab a speckled egg cookie. Now, these are doing the rounds on Insta at the minute of just yummy Easter treats, and I'm already on the hot cross bun vibe. But these are speckled egg cookies with brown sugar and treacle, loaded with speckled eggs, cornflakes and white and milk chocolate. Get in my face. Of course I'm gonna have one of those as my post-workout treat. And lady on the door was giving out daffodils, so that's very cute. I'm gonna go and put them in some water. Today's gonna be another chill day. I washed my hair yesterday, I did my nails yesterday, I watched a murder documentary yesterday. Maggie and I went out for a walk. Like, I just did chill stuff, and I'm going to do the same today, but I will nip round to my dad's as well because it's getting on for 1 o'clock. So I do need to go and actually just get on with shit, but I'm feeling pretty good that I've had a good me day and that I'm on good form today. I felt like my sleep was shocking again, which seems to be consistent. Previously, I've had a couple of days shit sleep and then it's followed up with some really good sleep and I've not been concerned about it. My sleep score was actually 91. Like, it couldn't have been more optimal. Apparently, I got over 9 hours sleep. I think that's a load of bollocks. Maybe I did, but it was super broken. It wasn't good. So I don't know where these kind of optimal sleep scores are coming from. Like your Oura Ring and your smartwatches, again, I think I've said before that they're kind of consistently inconsistent, especially with steps and, you know, cardio and things like that. When it comes to sleep and strain that it shows, just take it with a little pinch of salt because you know your body best. Yes, it says I've had the best night's sleep ever. Does it feel like it? Absolutely fucking not. When I've had a major strain on there, have I looked at that and thought, oh my God, that's it for me today? No, I haven't, because I've gone off how I felt. So it is just suck it and see. You do you. You know yourself best. I'm just picking the best cookie to try. Here we are. What we got? Oh. Yeah, wow, they're pretty good. You can really taste the brown sugar in these M&S cookies. Right, it's Sunday afternoon. I've actually got quite a few recent purchases that I need to go through with you because, I mean, mostly they are things I'm wearing that are so comfortable. I'm like, if you're in off season, or just fucking in general, like I have found some absolute bangers. I don't know why Maggie just scarpered there. I have found some absolute bangers of like comfy jumpsuits, leggings, yoga pants, looser fitting styles, some tighter ones as well that are like giving me good compression vibes. I found lots of things to wear recently that I really need to talk about. However, right now, sorry, I just inhaled a grain of rice. Wow. The thing that I need to talk about right now is this. I bought something off Amazon the other day and was like, that was really expensive. Why was that so expensive? It's because I'd forgotten that in my like sleep deprived state, I added that to my basket as well. And what I wanted it for was, at the minute I'm eating quite a few wraps and things like that. And what I wanted to do was be able to put them in the air fryer without having to fuck about with rolling them and putting them in foil. And I thought, oh, that could make a nice like snack. And it's taking some getting used to. Like, it is good. What it does is you get your wrap, you put your filling in one half of it, You close it, you squeeze it, it seals it. So it's more like a calzone, which is great. But I've had some like bad run-ins with this thing. Like it's gone wrong a couple of times where it really embarrassingly shouldn't have done. But in this one that's in there now, I've got chicken, avocado, some rice. What else have I got in there? Not a lot else, I don't think. It'd be good to put like some beef and veggies in there. I've got a little bit of leftover hummus that I'm going to put on the side. I'm going to put a yogurt with it just to top up my protein. But it's a really handy, quick little, put it all together, slap, put it in the air fryer. And could be really good for prep as well, because especially if you are a Team DW girly, we love a wrap. Wraps are so convenient, and I find that like wraps are in quite a few people's plans because of the ease, because they're a decent carb source, that kind of thing. So I've just put it in the air fryer for like 4 minutes, because let me tell you, I accidentally cremated it yesterday. But yeah, look at that. Just something a little bit different. Rate it, just takes a little bit of getting used to sort your shit out with it. Just put my show day calendar out there. I'm feeling quite good about it, feeling a little bit nervous about it, thinking, you know, are people going to book on this year? I really hope so, because I feel like I will be very capable. I feel like I've passed the point of like all the shit now. I'm just going to be getting bigger. And like I can manage that and I can adapt around it with clients. But we'll see. A lot of people do it last minute, and I'm just going to try not to freak out about it if I don't get very much interest right now. But there's a small part of me that will freak out until people are in the chair anyway.